Hello, good evening, Bruna.
Oh, hello, Tony. Good evening. How you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm great. I'm
Oh,
at home.
so you are great.
Yes.
That's that's awesome. So just let me the rest of the guys come in. Just a moment. Hello, Fernanda. Hello,
Hello,
Celso. Good evening.
good
Good
evening.
evening.
How you guys doing? Fernanda, long time no see you.
Yes, I'm working.
You are at work today?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. And what about you,
not
Sergio?
not
Hello,
today.
Douglas. Not
Today
today.
Hello,
I'm
teacher.
off.
Okay. But you've been working a lot
Yes.
lately. Okay. This is why I don't see you. So I'm glad you're here today. So, guys, let's start our class. Today we will talk about numbers. Who here like to talk about numbers? Anthony likes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I
think you're gonna
I'm
like
like
it.
too much of numbers. I'm work well, we have the numbers all the time
Yes, that's right.
because I'm an electronic technician and then I need to make conversion of the values about the
Mm.
PSI to bar and well many many measurements we did.
Yeah, but do you use a calculator to help you?
Yes, calculator, converter. Um, Many times we calculate in the brain.
So it's even more it's more difficult than using the calculator.
Yes, but we have the practice. Yes, you
Mm.
practicing and then you have the experience to do this with brain.
Ah, so in this case, you can really learn how to do this math. It's something important for your profession, Anthony. And I think that there's no talent without practicing. So if we are
Yes,
good at
of
something,
course.
we need to practice this skill to get even better, right?
It it's the same with the guy play violin or play guitar or play piano. It's the same. We need to practice. If
And
you practice more, and
Yeah.
then you will be better.
the teacher go away. Oh, she's coming back.
You muted. You
Mm,
muted, Bruna. You muted.
Okay,
Uh,
now can you hear me?
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Sorry, I had a problem here. So you were saying, Tony? Sorry, I didn't get it.
No, if you play guitar, if you play guitar every day, you will be better. If you play piano, you will be better if you do this every day. It's the same of English.
I think every time someone comes to the class, Bruno get out.
I'm so sorry, guys. I think now it's okay. But I got what you said, Anthony. when we have some talents, when we play some instruments, we need to practice it. That's right.
Yes.
It's the only way we can get better at something, because sometimes we are good at something, but we can get even.
Mm. Oh my God.
A Bruna caiu de novo.
It's frozen. Oh my God. Hello, people.
Hello, Rosana.
Hello,
Nah,
Sérgio.
good evening.
Hey, Rosana.
Fernanda.
Hello,
Fernanda.
everyone.
Carmen.
A Carmen. Dona Carmen.
Douglas. Nathan, my son.
Aí é o orgulho da mamãe, hein?
É.
Now I'm back. Voltei, guys. Sorry, não sei o que está acontecendo aqui, mas pelo menos foi algo rápido. It was quick. Okay, so can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, as I told you, today we will talk about numbers, more specifically, when we want to present some data that involves numbers, we need to know some things about it. So, the first thing we are going to talk today is about the whole numbers. These numbers are numbers that we use in our daily lives. So, for example, if we want to talk about a number of people, these numbers we use to talk about that. For example, if we want to talk about objects, about money, about age, we should use these specific numbers for that. So here is just some of them just for you to remember, okay? And I have a challenge for you, a quick challenge before we starting the main subject, all right? So I'm gonna put a number here on the chat, and I need that each one of you read this number. All right. So I'm going to put a number here, and then I'm going to ask someone to tell me this number in English. All right. So let's start with this one. How can you read this number, Rosana?
302.
302. Yes, that's right. Now, what about this one, Anthony?
175.
Excellent, 175. Now, what about this one, Douglas?
Sorry, 199.
Perfect, 199. Excellent. Now, what about this one, Liliana?
474. No, 75.
Excellent, perfect. And what about this one, Fernanda?
812.
Yes, 812. Perfect. And what about this one, Nathan?
120.
Perfect, 120. Excellent. And what about this one, Sergio? Let me put it here.
742.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys know these numbers. It's not going to be difficult for you. So here is what we need to do now. Okay, there are some information on these charts, and these are some hypothetical information about different vessels and platforms. All right, so I need you to take a look on this information and then describe for me these numbers and the things that we have here. So for example, the first one, it's about a fixed platform. And we have some information like the number of people, the number of cranes, generators, lifeboats, and fire extinguishers, all right? So I need that each one of you read this information. But before we start, let me remind you about something, okay? When we talk about this information, it's the best thing to do is to use there to be. I don't know if you remember, but when we talk about the existence of things in a specific location, we use there is or there are because we have the verb have, okay? But have, we use to talk about people. For example, I have 3 dogs. She has 2 cars. Okay. So in this case, when we talk about people, oh, it's okay to use have or has. But when we are talking about things that exist in a specific place, we should use there is for singular things and there are for plural. Okay. So for example, there is a building downtown, or there are generators in this room. Okay, so if you're talking about something singular, you use there is. If it's plural, you use there are. All right. So this first information about a fixed platform, I need, let me see, Williana, can you tell us what is the information here?
The first,
Yes, about the fixed plat. You can read all the information about the fixed platform.
okay, the fixed platform, there are 120 people and three, there are 3 cranes too, and 4 generators. There are some equipments, 3 cranes and 4 generators. Um, there are 9 lifeboats and 50 fire extinguishers.
Excellent. It was perfect, Juliana. Thank you. Now, what about the semi-submersible platform? Douglas, can you read this information, please?
Semi-submersible platform. 118 people. No, sorry. 180 80 people. 2 cranes. 11 compressors.
12.
Sorry, 20 and 11, no, 12 compressors, 11 lifeboats, 67 cabins.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Douglas. Now, what about this information about the FPSO? Please, Tony.
FPSO. There are 65 people. There are 13 storage tanks. There are 19 pumps. There are 8 lifeboats, and there are 20 emergency exits.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, what about this information about the flotel, Sérgio?
There are 305 people. There are 2 galleys. There are 27 toilets. There are 48 cabins. There is one gym.
Perfect, excellent. Now, what about the drill ship, Fernanda?
Carmen, chama de Carmen que ela atende.
Yes, I was looking. Why Fernanda? Because it's like Carmen Lucia
Oh.
Azeredo. Where is Fernanda?
Call her Carmen.
Oh, your microphone. You need to turn it on, no, Fernanda. And it's funny because I used to call her
Sorry.
Carmen, and I was
My mom, Carmen.
yeah, it's your mom, but now I remember it's Fernanda. But when I call Fernanda, you don't listen.
Sorry, eu tava falando sem microfone. In the ship, there are 140 people.
14.
There are 2 derricks. there is one moon pool. There are 70 generators. There are 39 fire extinguishers. Extinguishers.
Extinguishers, thank you. And now this last information about a jackup rig. Please, Rosanna.
Okay. People 96. Derek 2. Control room 1. Compressors 14. Cabin 74.
Excellent. Okay, so as you can see, it's very easy to talk about these numbers in English. Okay, just one thing, guys. Did you understand all the information we have here? Is there a word you didn't get it? Oh, it's okay. Okay, so let's move on. Okay. So now, guys, let's talk about decimal numbers. What are decimal numbers? Are numbers that we have a fraction part in it, okay? So, for example, here we have 3.5. The first part of the number is a whole number, is the number we use daily, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have this fractional part here, okay? So, this kind of number, we call it decimal number, okay? And this is the decimal point. So every time you see this symbol here, and we are talking about decimal numbers, we call this symbol a point, okay? So in this case, we would say 3.5, all right? So it's very easy to read these numbers, and I'm gonna show you different ways we have to read these specific numbers. So for example, here we have this number. Who can tell me how can I read this number?
3.1.
Sorry, Rosanna, can you repeat, please?
3.1.
Yes, exactly, 3.1. So it's very easy, as you can see, all right? But for example, when we have two more numbers like this one that we have here, we have the number 0, okay? Sometimes we pronounce 0 and sometimes we pronounce O, okay? So sometimes this specific number, it's said like O, okay? So in this case, we have two options here. We can say 3.01, okay, 3.01 or 3.01. Okay, so after we have this point, we read number by number. Okay, so in this case, 3.1 or 3.01. Okay, but what about when we have this kind of number here? Okay, when we have more numbers like this, we read the first part the way we always read, 3. And in this case, we don't need to read 17, or it's easier than that. We just say 3.17. Okay, so after the point, we read number by number. Okay, so 3.17. And here we have another kind of number. Okay, so I want to know who here wants to read this number here. Who can read this one?
3.05.
Excellent, excellent, Fernanda, Douglas. So we can read 3.05 or 3.05. Okay, so in this case, you have two options to read this number, all right? And what about if we have a number like this? In this case, when we have a 0 by the end of the number, this number is not relevant, okay? It's like it didn't exist in this case. So to read this number, we wouldn't pronounce the number 0. We just would say 3.5. Okay, just 3.5 in this case, all right? So remember, guys, if we have a 0 by the end of this number, it's not pronounced. Okay.
Mhm.
And what about when we have two zeros here like that? Who can
Double zero.
read this number?
3.005.
You can say that, but it's not a common. It's common to hear that, Fernanda, when we are talking about phone numbers. For example, if there is a phone number with two zeros, it's common to see double zero. But if you're talking about specific data, try to say number by number. So in this case, you could say 3.005 or 3.005. Okay,
Mhm.
so you have these two options here. And now this one here, it starts with number zero, right? So when we have numbers like this, it's not very common to pronounce these number zero. Can you pronounce it? Yes, no problem. Okay, but sometimes people don't mention these zero. All right, so in this case, you could say 0.75 or just point
Point.
0.75. Okay, so when you say point something, people will understand that before this point, it's
Mhm.
number zero. So
Mhm.
that's why we didn't mention it. Okay. And so let me put it here, 0.75 or just 0.75. And this one, it happens the same, all right? It starts with zero. We don't need to pronounce it, but we can pronounce 0.02 or 0.02 or 0.02. Okay? So did you understand that?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very easy, right?
Yes.
Very easy. So let's practice it a little bit, okay? So let me show here. So we have some decimal numbers here that I need you to read it, okay? So in letter A, we have this number here. So Douglas, how can you read this number in letter A?
7.13.
Excellent, 7.13. Perfect. What about letter B, Sérgio?
0.69.
0.69. Correct. So let me put it here. Now, what about this one, Juliana? Letter C.
4.05.
Perfect. 4.05. Excellent. Now, letter D, Tony.
8.37.
Perfect. 8.37. Letter E, please. Let me see. Nathan.
2.17.
3 point. Sorry.
7.
7.
Almost there. Almost there. In this case, Nathan, since the number zero is by the end of the number, it's not so relevant. So in this case, you just pronounce 2.7. Okay. So in this case, it's only 2.7. All right. And now, Maria, what about letter F? How can you pronounce this? How can you read this number? Sorry.
0.05.
Excellent. 0.05 or just zero point zero 0.05. Okay. So let me put it here. And the last one that we have in here, can you read it for us? Let me see. Rosanna.
1.08.
Excellent. 1.08. Okay. So as you can see, it's simpler than it looks. All right. Just remember that after the point, we need to read number by number. Okay.
Mhm.
And now let's talk about something else here. Okay. Sometimes when we have a decimal number like this one, 5.1, okay, sometimes people don't want to use this decimal number. They want to use a whole number, okay? Sometimes this is possible depending on the kind of measurement. So sometimes this is acceptable. But what we need to have in mind that when we make this change in a result, we need to tell other people that we changed this number, all right? So how can we do that in English? So if we have 5.1 and we have to use it as a whole number, as 5, we have a word to talk about that in English. We would say round down.
Down.
So when we do this with a number, we say we round it down. So for example, I rounded down 5.1 to 5, okay? So we can say that in English that there was a change made to the number, to the result, right? And what about if we have like the second one, 5.9, and we want to use it as 6, as a whole number? So
Mhm.
in this case, we would say round up, okay? Oh, sorry. We would round up, all right? So when we put this number up, round up, arredondar para cima, round,
Mhm.
arredondar para baixo, all right? So
Mhm.
these are very important words that you can use in this specific situation, all right? So here we have some sentences, all right? And you need to read the sentence and pay attention to the data we have here, all right?
Mhm.
So you need to see if it's a case to round down the number or to round up the number, all right? So you need to take a look and see what is the best option here, okay? So for example, in letter A, we have to 11, please. So to 11, please, it's 10.9 here, all right? So in this case, what would we do here, Williana?
10.9 to 11, please.
Yes, 10. But in this case, you would use
Round
the
up.
word round down or round up?
Round up.
Round up. Excellent. Okay, so can you read the sentence, Williana, please?
Round up to 11, please.
Excellent. Round up to 11, please. And if you take a look, guys, this sentence is in the imperative. It's like we were giving orders. Round up to 11, please. Okay, so we don't have a subject here. I, you, he, she, all right? And letter B, I need you to 4. And the result is 4.1. So in this case, Douglas, what would you say here?
I need you to round down to 4.
Excellent. I need you to round down to 4. And let me show you guys something interesting here. Sometimes we can hear, I need you to round it down to 4. So when we have this it, we are talking specifically about something, okay? We can translate this it as ele. So I need you to round it down, okay? Maybe the result, maybe something. So sometimes they put this it between these two words to to talk about a specific thing, okay? Em português, we would say, eu preciso que você arredonde o para 4. Arredondar quem? O resultado, a análise, all right? So this is why we have this it here, round it down, okay?
Mhm.
And letter C, the result was to 8, and we have 8.1. Okay, so Sérgio, what can we say here?
The result was rounded down to 8.
Excellent. The result was rounded down to 8. Excellent. And take a look, guys. Here we have an ID by the end of round because we're talking about the past. The result was rounded down. Okay. So we need to be aware of that. Okay. How to change these words depending on what we are talking about. Okay. So if it's in the past, we need to put this ID by the end of it, all right?
Mhm.
And letter D, did you to 9? 8.9. So, Maria, please.
Round up 80.9.
Sorry, what did you say? Round?
Round up
Round up.
9.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so you can say, did you round up to 9 or did you round it up to 9? Okay, talking about a specific thing, right? And what about letter E? I think you should to 10. So, Tony, please.
I think you should round up to 10.
Excellent. That's right. I think you should round up to 10. Sorry, guys. Let me put it here again. Okay, now what about letter F, Fernanda?
I can't run down to 6.
Excellent. I can round down to 6. Okay, because if we take a look, it's 6.2. Maybe if we round it down to 6, it's not gonna be so accurate. So we can say that in English. Okay. And what about letter G, Nathan? What do you think here?
Mm, the value was not mm, round up to 5.
Excellent. That's right. The value was not rounded up to 5. Excellent. Okay, so these are very useful words that you can use when talking about data. When presenting these data, you can see and use these words, okay? And now, guys, let's talk about something else that is related to numbers. Okay. So as you can see, we have this symbol here. Okay, that in Portuguese we only have a specific name for that. Okay, in Portuguese we call it ponto. Okay, but in English, depending on the information we are talking about, this specific symbol can have different names, right? So this is what we are going to talk about. When we are talking about data, okay, like temperature or these decimal numbers, as we could see, we call this specific symbol, we call a point, okay? A point. So can you read this example, or Rosana, please?
It's 39.5 degrees.
Excellent. Celsius degrees.
Celsius degrees.
Okay, thank you so much. But when we are talking about emails or when we are talking about websites and we have this symbol here, we can read it as a point. In this case, we call this symbol a dot. Okay, so it has a different name. So how can you read this email here, Douglas?
Bruna Gabriela @teacheroffshore.com.
Excellent.com. Just one thing, Douglas. This specific symbol in English we call at.
At. Okay.
At. Okay, so it would be Bruna Gabriela at teacheroffshore.com. Okay, so point and dot. Now, when we have a sentence like this one that we have in here, and we have this symbol by the end of a sentence, in this case, we call this symbol a period.
Period.
It has a different name again. So we call it a period, okay? And when we are reading a sentence, we don't need to read this symbol. For example, I'm a coating inspector. Okay, we don't need to read it, but sometimes people write the name of the symbol to emphasize something they said. So, for example, let's imagine that I give you an order. For example, I say, you can't go there. Okay, you can't go there. And if I want to emphasize what I say, I can say, you can't go there, period. Ponto final. Okay? So
Aham.
sometimes, like we say in Portuguese, sometimes we say
Uhum.
ponto final, fulano. This is it, okay? So in English, you can also do that. So you can say,
Period.
you can go there, period.
Period.
Final,
For
okay?
the
Just
for the
emphasize.
children, you have to do this. Period.
Yeah. Yes, you need to do
Yes.
this. Yes, because if you don't, they don't take you serious. So sometimes it's necessary, and you can also do that in English, okay? But guys, when it comes to money, okay, when we have this amount of money, we also have here this symbol, but in this specific case, we call this symbol and,
And
okay? And so in this case, we would say it costs, okay, $20 and 15 cents. Okay. Sometimes people don't read this one. Sometimes people say $20, 15 cents. Okay. So sometimes people read it as and sometimes they don't. Okay.
uhum.
Did you know about this difference between these specific symbol? Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. So let's move on. So now we have some information.
Bruno,
Oh, sorry.
repeat, please. Example and symbol.
Here. Okay, Maria. So, Maria, when we talk specifically about money, we don't read this symbol. Okay, sometimes we don't read and we can read as and. So, in this case, we say $20 and, então o ponto vai ser lido como and, 15 cents. Okay, so depending on the information you're talking about, this symbol will have different names, okay? Point, dot, period, and end, all right?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
okay, you're welcome. And now, guys, we have some information here, some cards with some information that you need to provide these information. So, in each card, we have different information, but there is one common in each one. Okay, that is the email, right? So, each one of you is going to talk about your email. Okay, so you need to talk about your email and the information we have here. And why do we need to do that? So you can understand the different names to these symbols here. So in this case, we also have some sentences here that by the end of a sentence, I need you to read this name, okay? The name of this symbol specifically, okay? So you will tell us your email, you will read the temperature we have here, you will read the sentence, and also this information with money, okay? All right, so can we start? So let me see.
So, Luna, I don't understand the 3 points. You can't go there. Why?
You didn't understand what the meaning of the sentence or what to do in this sentence?
You ask the sentence number 1, 2, 3. São diferentes frases? Eu não entendi o que fazer
Yes.
aí.
Yes, there are different sentences. So let me explain to you.
Responder?
Let's imagine you need to talk about number 1. Okay, let's imagine that. So you need to tell me your email. Okay, you need to tell me your email. Then you will read this information, the temperature. You need to read the sentence.
Okay.
You need to read this example.
Only read.
Yes, only read. Exactly. The only thing that you need to give is your email. Okay, this information you need to provide, but the other information is here. You just need to read. Okay, it's just to see, Fernanda, if you remember the different names for this symbol, o símbolo do ponto que a gente tem em inglês. Então, eu quero ver se você vai lembrar como ele é
Sim,
falado
eu
em
só não
cada
lembro do arroba. É Andy?
at.
É. Ok.
Okay? So just read the sentence, and by the end of this specific sentence that we have here, you need to tell me the name of this symbol here. Okay? Did you understand?
Yes, I know. But I
Yeah.
don't remember. Yes, okay.
So what about starting with you, Fernanda? Can you tell us this information?
F. Teixeira 6. Robert. Esqueci.
Can you repeat?
At slb.com. Temperature is 32. And 1
Point in this case.
point 1. You can't go there. The compressor.
Period. To say the symbol.
Period.
Period.
Okay.
To emphasize the sentence.
Okay. The compressor costs 5 and
Fernanda?
it's 8.
Sorry, yeah. Can you repeat, please, the information about the compressor?
5 and 780.
Excellent. Just one thing. 5,000 and
1,000.
Okay. Yes, you need to say 1,000. Okay. Perfect. That's it. It's easy. Thank you, Fernanda. Now, what about the information in number 2, Rosana?
Ok, e-mail, Rosana dot, ai meu Deus, é isso mesmo, Rosana dot bispo, at t6bank.com.
Great.
Temperature 42.9 Celsius degrees. Always work by the book period. It Valver cost 3,500.
Yes, $500. Don't forget that. Yeah.
I want to earn $1.
Me too. Rosana, thank you so much. Now, what about you, Williana? Can you read the information in card number 3, please?
Okay. My email is neville.williana@gmail.com. The temperature is 67 degrees Celsius degree.
Celsius degrees.
Do not open it, period. And this hose cost is $2,600.
Excellent. Amazing. Thank you, Williana. Now, what about the information in number 4? Let me see. Sergio, please.
My email is sergio.henrique.lopes@gmail.com. The temperature is 54.4 Celsius degree. Safety always comes first, period. These tongs cost $8,600.
Excellent. Just perfect. Thank you, Sergio. Now, what about you, Maria? The information number 5, please.
É, e-mail Maria Aponte Engmac 24 that appoint com temperature 72 appoint 4 degrees. I am in charge he
Period. Yes.
periods, all the safety gear cost 990 no 9,900
Yes, that's right. Dollars.
dollars. Yes.
Yes, great. Thank you, Maria. And now, what about the information in number 6, Nathan, please?
Email Nathan. Um, yes, don't
Dot.
don't
Dot.
Dot.
dot bispo 923 32 6 ask ask
At.
At
arroba
At.
at gmail.com
.com.
Dot com.
dot com. Temperature um 18
80.
80 not 2
Point in this case.
point 2. Okay. I was double check
Double check.
um all our
Your.
your gear
Your. Period.
Period.
gear
Okay.
Joseph Joseph
Do.
Joseph so propellers cost mm, s- 10 points
Mm.
uh, 1800
Almost there, Nathan. In this 10, you need to tell 10,000
Thousand.
because it's like
10,000
10,000, 10,000. And so this symbol, in this case, you read as and 10,000 and $800. Okay,
okay
right, guys? So every time you need to read an amount of money, remember that we always need to talk about the currency. So, for example, 10 reais, 20 euros, 100 dollars. Okay, so we don't forget to talk about the money, the currency. All right. So this is it, guys. I think it's easy to talk about this information. We just need to be aware of this symbol with different names as you could see. Okay. And here, guys, we have a very useful expression in number 1. Always work by the book. Okay. Do you guys know what is work by the book? By the book, this expression.
Follow the rules.
Yes, exactly, Sergio. Is follow the rules, all right? So when we say always work by the book, that means that we need to follow the rules. We need to follow instructions, okay? We need to follow everything because if we don't follow, we may, we may cause an accident, we might make a mistake.
Mistake.
So it's very important to work by the book. All right. So
Mhm.
tell me something, Williana. Do you work by the book?
Cadê a Eliana?
I don't understand it.
Okay, by the book, Juliana, it's an expression to say that we work following the safety rules, following the instructions. So when we ask someone, like I asked you, Juliana, do you work by the book? That means, do you work following the rules?
The material, the topic,
Sorry?
you asked about the material that I use to follow the meat.
Can we? Can we? I mean, when it comes to your profession, I think you have specific tasks that you need to do, all right? So when you think about these tasks, do you follow the instructions or do you do these tasks the way you want?
No, we use the work method to follow the tasks, okay, to do tasks. Work
Okay.
methods or standards.
Ah, the standards. Okay.
Yes,
So you all follow them.
yes, yes.
All right.
All tasks that we do, we need to follow the procedure or the standard, global standard.
Ah, okay, okay. And what do you think that can happen, Wiriana, if someone doesn't work by the book? What can happen?
Uh, I need hard work to investigate.
You have more work if it
Yeah, more
happens.
work, more work.
Ah,
Uh,
so
it
it's your
happens.
job to find out if someone did something wrong.
It happens sometimes. Okay. Um, the task that we no, that they do not is wrong. Uh, Happen the failure in equipment basically because I work with maintenance of equipment. So if the technicians not follow the procedure, the manual of the equipment, for example, the checklist, uh, they things is wrong. They, the equipment not work better, and we need fix. Okay.
Okay.
She fires the employer.
She's the
Yeah,
boss.
when she finds out who did, it was you. Ah, okay, so you're giving some headache.
Uh, we need. I need put. I need put the action plan, but the action plan is about the behavior.
Mhm.
It's difficult because
It's
people.
very deep.
Yes, because the people's wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
So the action plan you prepare is focused on the person and not on the machinery.
If the problem was about not follow the procedure, uh, I need to understand uh, why the people not follow. Okay, if maybe lack of training, lack of understand the topic, the task, and we need to offer the training and refresh and this situation, okay? Not the specific people, but the complete
The environment of the
yes,
work.
yes, because it uh, the these things maybe could be happen again. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a way for you to avoid these happening again, these kind of things,
Yes,
right?
Mhm.
we need to understand the problem. Okay. But the action plans is complicated when the wrong is woman error, wrong woman error.
A
One,
human error.
yes, a human error.
Yeah, it's not
Complicated, right?
complicated.
Yes, but
Yes,
it's possible. It's possible.
but yeah, it's necessary since the
Yes,
people who operates this machinery, it's not the machinery by itself. We need people to do it. So
yes.
yeah, so you have a tough job. A lot of
Maybe simplify the book, the procedure, simplify, or uh, maybe we could change the procedure. Okay, maybe the procedure is complicated to understand. The people not understand. Depend of the situation, but we
yeah.
need follow the procedure and work method
Yeah.
to to do the test.
Yeah, I agree with you, Eliana. And I thought about something. Sérgio, Eliana said something really interesting now that when she observes that the person is having a problem, maybe it's because the procedure is too difficult, maybe it can get better. So what do you think about it, Sérgio? Do you think that it's important to review some procedures in order to make them better and easier for people?
Yes, because the people normally aren't the same. So to understand the procedure, maybe some people have more difficult to understand or to follow the rules, and another people it's easier to them. So in any times it's good to everybody sit and they see if that procedure is available yet. So yes, I think you have to, because in procedures writings, you have some kind of time to make a review. I don't
Mhm.
know, William. I think it's 6 months. I don't know if you have a period to review the procedures, but normally in auditors, you have a time to do this.
Mhm. Exacto.
Yes, the company that I work, I have used the procedure. It's free, my daughter.
Oh, so sweet.
It's 3 years, okay,
Each 3 years.
or before if we need, okay,
Ah,
but the system stop the procedure to review in 3 years.
In 3 years. But if I arrived in your company and I said, "Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
understand this procedure," you can stop it to review. You can speak
yes,
with your leader or with you.
ah,
yes. For example, in case of the failure in my tasks, okay, failure of equipment. If I uh, if I observe the procedure is wrong or is difficult to people follow, uh, I put the mock management of change in the system, put the procedure, and explain the reason that I need to change the procedure, and the people are both okay, people global, maybe engineers and other people review and approve the change
Nice.
and change the procedure and post again and push. Okay.
Perfect.
That's
Nice. Very nice.
interesting. But Juliana, is it necessary to have a number of people to ask for this update in the procedures, or just one people say, I don't get this procedure, it's difficult for me. Do they investigate this when you have just one person, sorry, talking about it?
Yes, we need to investigate because if it's necessary, change the document, the procedure standard. We need to put the management of change, okay, in the system.
Okay.
So I need explain the reason. For example, if you want people have difficult one, only one,
Mhm.
I try understand if it's necessary to change. Okay,
Ah,
maybe only one don't understand. Maybe she or he need refresh the day.
training.
Yes,
Mhm.
not
Uh,
necessary change the document,
all
okay?
the
Because the document
procedures.
is the document is global. The document is used around the world, okay? For all
Uh,
people. If I
okay.
only people not understand, maybe the people is the problem, okay?
Yeah.
The,
I
we
agree.
yes, we try other things, okay?
Yeah. Uh, I was gonna say that sometimes the problem is with the person, and as
Exactly.
you said, it's something that is used all around the world. So it's difficult to change because you need to change everything for everybody. So
Yeah,
just because of one person, yeah, in this case, you need to give some other options. For example, you need a new training, you need to review the instructions. Yeah, so it makes sense, Juliana. It's
Maybe
difficult to work with people like that.
yes, maybe he not understand because not understand, not read the complete document and other
The
things. Okay?
information. Yeah, because sometimes people don't read. They just take a look and I already know it. They take it for granted. So it's something really difficult to deal with. So, guys, that's it for today. Okay. Next class, we will talk about numbers again, but we will talk specifically about fractions, about percentage. So, if you really want to know more about this specific subject, come next week, okay? Because we will talk more about numbers. All right.
All right.
So, thank you so much for
Thank
being here
you.
again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
people.
I hope to
No,
see you,
bye bye.
Fernando and Nathan, next week. Please don't disappear. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
See you guys.
Thank you, guys.